Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Drake. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Rosen seeing something he doesn't like. He's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. He was looking that time for Stills.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he works free. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, excellent coverage, didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rosen. They're able to locate Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 1st down, Drake. And an alley to run. And he'll out across midfield down to the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Now Drake. Oh, look at that. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with Drake. Now Drake loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now! Get him, you got it. 5.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Tighten up. He's coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Right there. Watch the run. Defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. It's taken to the 26. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Drake, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards, a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
On first and goal, Drake, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Go.
Here's Cannon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down now, it's Cannon. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Check. Hey. Topper. Shoot.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's complete to Parker, left side. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's go, one more.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Alpha. 58 to Mike. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 58, boys. 58. Yes, yes. Bravo.
Now this time Manning will throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Throwing on first down is Manning. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running, it's Drake. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Ready. 50, plant. Rock it. Ready.
One more time, it's Cannon. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On the double.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You.
On 3rd down, Manning. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Returnable for Grant. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Check 53. You don't see me in your nightmare.
They'll run on 1st down. Drake. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Here we go.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Monday. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Here we go. Where's the mic? Alert. Come on, let's go. So Mike's number one. Target.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one. Charles to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
hang with us.
Alert!
On first down, Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All day, every day.
All 52.
They go again with Cannon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Dancing to his... And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Raekwon McMillan able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll run with Cannon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got Greg here, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing? Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to beat it.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Let's get it.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
80.
Hey, Haywood!
On first down, it's Rosen. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
First down, Miami.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach in Miami, wants around and in that locker room. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
What we got? Hug. Check 3.
Go!
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, G. Tight. Four down.
Hey, alert!
Mike,
Let's get it together, team.
2nd and 5 now. Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Mike 28. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 71 yards. Play action. Now it's Allen. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger.
Slam, slam, slam.
On 2nd down, it's Green. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Hauschka's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
That's it, baby. We go
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
58, come on. Let's go, defense.
Hey, exit.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Throwing now is Rosen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Here we go, here we go.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
58. I got you.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. The 20, Devontae Parker, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Down 80.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?